Welcome to Operation Longevity Part 1, Full Body Stretch. Meet me on your mat in child's pose position. Part of living a long and healthy life is making sure your muscles and joints are moving with ease. So that is exactly what we're going to do today. So walking your hands out away from your hips, letting your forehead fall heavy onto the mat. We'll be holding each position for about 3 big breaths, inhaling to expand your chest and exhaling to sink a little bit deeper. From here, begin to walk your hands to the outside edge of your mat towards the right side, placing your left palm over your right, sinking the hips down towards the heels. Left hip stays heavy. Feeling that great stretch all down the left side body. Relaxing into this posture. And we'll take the same thing on the left, walking your hands out towards the left side of your mat. Right palm on top of left. Reaching your fingertips away from your body while keeping your hips grounded down towards your heels. As you inhale, feeling your ribcage expand between your thighs, and as you exhale, sink a little bit deeper. As we come back to the center, option to lift your palms off of your mat, cupping your hands, feeling a deeper stretch through the shoulders and your upper body. Still letting the forehead fall heavy to the mat and slowly rise up onto all fours. We'll take a couple cat-cows here. So inhaling, drop your belly low, pressing into the mat, gaze up. And exhale, round your spine, gaze towards your thighs. We'll repeat this 2 more times. Biggest inhale. And exhale, pressing through your palms, expand through your upper back. And we'll repeat that one last time. Inhaling, gaze up. And exhale, round your spine. Meeting me in a neutral spine. Start by extending your left arm long and your right leg long behind you, creating a diagonal into the body and switching sides. Right arm long, left leg reaching, and set it back down. Go 2 more rounds here. Fingertips and toes reaching super long away from one another. Abs stay pulled up and in, nice and tight towards your spine. Head is in line with your spine, gazing down between the palms onto your mat. And releasing down, coming tall up onto your knees. Release the front side body, stretching out your back, taking your hands to your low back. Inhale and exhale, pressing your hips forward, let your chest open, chin fall back. An option is stay here, or maybe you can reach your fingertips down for your calves or your ankles, fully letting your head fall back, expanding through that anterior chain, stretching out the entire front side body, maybe pressing your hips even further forward as you stretch into this. Safely coming up out of it, hands come to your low back, and then coming back up tall onto your knees. Take a giant step forward with your left foot, coming to a low lunge position. Hands on either side of your foot. Just holding here, feeling any tightness in your hips. Working to sink your right hip even lower towards the mat for a deeper stretch. Reminder to take some big breaths. Option to stay or maybe rise up, placing both hands on top of your left thigh. As you press your chest up, still press your hips down a little bit lower, making sure your left knee stays right above your left ankle. And slowly placing your right palm down, reach your left arm for the sky, twisting through your spine, gazing up towards your top fingers. On your next exhale, placing your left palm down, shifting back, and we're stretching out your left hamstring now, pulling your toes towards your nose. Right hip just above your right knee, keeping your back flat for now. And on your exhale, round your spine, nose towards your knee if it feels good. Otherwise, you can keep that flat back position. Just working to sink lower, stretching deeper, keeping that active, flexed foot on the left side. Gently bending through that front foot, plant your foot, and plant your back foot as well. So both legs are straight. You're still folding over that left leg. Maybe hands to the mat, or hands on top of your shin or your left thigh. Wherever you start to feel this stretch. Working to square off your hips. Left hip back, right hip forward. And bending back through your left leg, slide your right leg back and find a runner's lunge position. We're going to start to shift your weight forward and back, stretching out your right toes as well as that right hip flexor, sending lots of energy through that back heel. On an exhale, gently set your right knee down towards the mat, reaching your left arm back behind you for your right toes. Spinal twist once again. Option is stay in this position, or if you can, shifting forward to bend your right knee, grabbing your foot with your left hand, sink your hips lower, pull the heel closer. Big breath in. And as you exhale, softly release the foot, coming back forward. Left foot inches out towards the side of your mat, placing both hands inside of the foot. Option to stay with straight arms or coming down onto your elbows. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Sinking that forehead closer towards the mat. As you begin to come out of this position, straightening the arms, swing your left leg back behind you, finding all fours once again. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, reaching your right arm straight towards the sky. We're threading the needle here. Reaching your right arm through, setting your right shoulder and right ear down onto your mat. Press up through the left palm as you reach again, twist through your spine, and reach all the way through, shifting weight onto that shoulder, the side of your cheek. And reach one more time, expand through your chest, And set that hand down. We switch to the other side. Take your left arm reaching up, gaze lifts, and take that hand through, shoulder down, head down towards your mat. Feel that great stretch through your shoulder. And we take that reach up once again. Gaze up, and hand comes through, bending through your right arm. And taking that lift once again, opening through your chest as much as you can, and take it through, fingertips reach, weight onto that shoulder, and pressing up to all fours. From here, we're coming up onto the knees, stepping forward now with your right foot. Sinking low into this low lunge, hands on either side of your foot. And we're repeating everything on this other side, opening this side of your body just as much as the other, kind of evening it out, exploring places that you're feeling tighter, maybe on this side than last, or vice versa. You have the option to stay right there, or coming up, lift your chest, placing your palms on top of your right thigh. Find some more space through that left hip flexor, the left obliques in your core, lifting your abs up off of that right thigh. Exhale, replacing your left hand to the mat. Reach your right arm for the sky, opening through your chest, spinal twist. Keeping the hips low, anchored down towards your mat. Weight through your right heel. And as you place your right palm down, shift the weight back, straightening out your right leg. Flex through your foot. Keeping a long spine for a couple big breaths. Squaring off those hips, pulling your right heel back, your left hip forward. And on an exhale, round out your spine. Let your forehead fall towards your knee or your shin. We're working on attaining fluid daily movements that doesn't wear on our body long term. And by stretching out our entire body, it's going to help us move through our days more confidently. As you come up out of it, bend your right knee, plant your left foot as you come up, straightening both legs, letting your chest still fall heavy over that right knee. Always have that option once again to take a modification of placing your hands on your thigh or on your right shin. As you shift weight into your right foot, bend that knee, shift your left toes back, staying up onto the ball of your foot. Runner's lunge. Shifting some weight forward and back, exploring where you're still feeling tight through that hip. Also stretching out your left toes onto the mat as you shift forward and back. Gently bend your left knee, setting it back down onto your mat. And heel toe that right foot out to the side as you bring your right hand towards your left toes. Always an option just to keep the reach, legs stay straight. Sink your hips even lower as you twist through the spine. Gaze towards your right fingers. Maybe even bending your elbow, pull that heel closer. Gently release, making sure the right foot comes out towards the right side of your mat. Hands inside of your right foot. Option to stay with tall arms or gently soften down to your elbows, letting your forehead fall closer to your mat. Taking some big breaths here. As you exhale, maybe take a sigh of relief here. We're working out all the tension that's in our body, any negative thoughts, negative vibes that we're still holding on to today. Working to let that all go. We're working on longevity here, so we're living longer, assisting our body and our mind in doing so. Shifting back, swing that leg around, all fours, and then cross your ankles as you come to a seated position. I'll face you for this next part. From here, sitting nice and tall, placing your right hand outside your left temple. Let your head fall heavy towards that right shoulder. Keeping your left arm nice and active. Straightening the arm, option to flex through your hand if that feels good. And once again, we're breathing. Option to close your eyes, really relax into this. We hold lots of tension in the neck and shoulders, so it should feel nice and good as you gaze now towards your right collarbone, placing your hand on the back of your head. Just some slight pressure to pull your chin down closer towards your chest. Feel that release up into the traps and the back side of your neck. Should feel really nice. And sitting back up nice and tall, switching sides, left hand to that right temple as you gently pull that ear down towards your shoulder, keeping your right arm nice and active. Flex through the hand. Taking a check here, make sure you've got equal weight in both of your sits bones onto your mat. And gently shift your gaze down towards your left thigh. Hand comes to the back of the head as you gently pull. Feel that great stretch now through not only your neck, but also that right side of your spine, your back, your trapezius muscles, places we forget how tight we can get. On your next exhale, gently come back to the center. Placing your right arm down, left arm reaches up and over, gazing up under that top arm. You can always have the option to keep your bottom arm nice and straight if this is too deep of a stretch for you. Still placing your left hip nice and heavy towards the mat and shifting nose towards your knee. Great stretch for the back side body. Let your fingertips fall to the floor. Working to connect your nose towards that knee. Lengthening through the spine. Gently roll it on up one vertebrae at a time, and we switch sides. Left arm down, right arm reaches up and over. Gaze lifts up and under the arm. Option to fall down onto the elbow for a deeper stretch. Still keeping your right hip glued down towards your mat. Expanding through your side body and rotate nose to knee, chest to thigh, as you still walk your right fingertips further away from your body. Right hip stays low to the floor. And gently rolling it up to the center. I'll turn to the side for this, but clasp your hands behind your back. Reaching long through your arms, maybe palms touch. Press your knuckles down towards the mat as you arch your back slightly. Open your chest, lift your chin. Great stretch for your spine and your chest and shoulders. Keeping your hands where they are, gently fold forward. Let your arms lift up towards the ceiling. Even deeper stretch to the front sides of the shoulders. forehead falls heavy towards the mat. Still breathing deeply. And gently unclasp your fingers. Slowly roll it on up and extend the legs straight out in front of you. Inhale, reach up tall. Biggest inhale of your day here. And exhale, fold over your legs. Feeling a release through your low back, your hamstrings. As you flex your feet, you'll even feel this through your calves. This is our last stretch here, so really enjoy it. Keeping your intention to be stretching your mind and your body as well. As you gently roll it on up, stack one vertebrae at a time, sitting tall. Smile on your face. Thank you for joining me today. If you like videos like this, please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel.